News Bulletin, March 29, 2025. Russia-Ukraine tensions, intense clashes, Black Sea Agreement, and a geopolitical turning point. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our in-depth analysis of the Russia-Ukraine conflict. In recent days, the war in Ukraine has escalated with a series of attacks from both sides. Meanwhile, diplomatic moves from the U.S., Russia, and Ukraine are shaping critical shifts in the global political landscape. What is the current situation? Are there any signs that this conflict might soon come to an end? Let's dive right in. Latest battlefield updates in Ukraine. According to recent reports, the central Ukrainian city of Kryvyi Rih has just suffered one of the largest drone attacks to date. Local officials confirmed at least 15 explosions. But fortunately, there were no casualties. This is not the first time Kryvyi Rih, the hometown of President Volodymyr Zelensky, has been targeted by Russian attacks. On the other hand, the Russian Defense Ministry announced that it had shot down 9 Ukrainian drones overnight, including 2 destroyed over the Black Sea. This indicates that Ukraine is continuing to ramp up drone attacks targeting Russian territory and strategic regions. The Black Sea Agreement and key provisions. One of the most notable developments is the agreement that the U.S. has brokered with both Russia and Ukraine regarding the Black Sea. Washington has pledged to push for the removal of some sanctions against Moscow in exchange for Russia and Ukraine temporarily halting attacks in the region and on critical energy infrastructure. However, the Kremlin insists it will not commit to the deal unless sanctions are fully lifted and Russia is reinstated into the SWIFT international payment system. Despite the agreement, the duration of its validity has not been disclosed, leading many experts to question its practicality. From Ukraine's perspective, Defense Minister Rustem Umerov stated that the deal includes commitments to ensure maritime security, prevent the use of commercial vessels for military purposes, and avoid further escalation in the Black Sea. Meanwhile, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov emphasized that the agreement is only valid if the U.S. ensures Ukraine's compliance. This underscores Washington's critical role as a mediator in the conflict. Russia's naval power and its nuclear submarine deterrence. Beyond the battlefield in Ukraine, Russia is also accelerating its military modernization, particularly in its naval forces. According to 1945, Russia's Borei-class strategic nuclear submarines are considered the crown jewel of Moscow's nuclear deterrence forces. These submarines can operate silently under the Arctic ice and are equipped with 16 Bulava ballistic missiles, each with a range of over 8.000 kilometers. These missiles can carry nuclear warheads and strike targets with an accuracy of 120 to 350 meters. Additionally, Russia has deployed Yasen-M class nuclear-powered attack submarines, armed with Zircon hypersonic missiles. Russian Defense Minister Andrei Belousov emphasized that this is part of Moscow's broader military expansion strategy to counter NATO threats. U.S. immigration policy and its impact on Ukrainians. In a separate development, the administration of U.S. President Donald Trump is tightening immigration policies, directly affecting Ukrainian refugees in the U.S. The Uniting for Ukraine program, initiated by former President Joe Biden in 2022, has been suspended, leaving tens of thousands of Ukrainians uncertain about their future. The Trump administration is even considering revoking asylum protections for approximately 240,000 Ukrainians in the U.S., which could result in their deportation in the near future. This controversial humanitarian issue has sparked significant debate, as many Ukrainians who fled the war now face the risk of losing their refuge. Russia-U.S. relations. A revival or continued tensions? After years of diplomatic freeze, Russia-U.S. relations seem to be showing signs of improvement. Recently, U.S. President Donald Trump held a phone call with Russian President Vladimir Putin, followed by the first high-level meeting between their delegations in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Putin described the discussions as a first step toward normalization, while Trump expressed his desire to end the Ukraine conflict. However, it is still too early to determine whether Russia and the U.S. will reach a major agreement. In his previous term, Trump was embroiled in an investigation over alleged collusion with Russia. Now, he has ordered the public release of all documents related to that probe, which could alter the dynamics of U.S.-Russia relations. The Russia-Ukraine conflict is entering a sensitive phase, with escalating hostilities on the battlefield and diplomatic agreements full of uncertainties. The Black Sea deal could offer hope for a peaceful resolution, but many obstacles remain. Meanwhile, U.S. immigration policy is having a significant impact on Ukrainian refugees. And Russia-U.S. relations are undergoing notable shifts. So, is there a chance for the Ukraine war to end soon? What do you think about the latest moves from the U.S., Russia, and Ukraine? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel to stay updated on the latest international affairs analysis. See you in the next bulletin.